Thank you for stopping by the Random Green channel. Today I wanted to go over the 2023 Georgia Bulldogs Gridiron football schedule. Yes, the University of Georgia, back-to-back national champs, dominated TCU, and, well, I think TCU, out of respect to TCU fans, I probably won't even mention what happened that game. But I fell asleep that game because I had to work the next day, and I don't like how they make just a side point, I don't like how they make the national championship game on a Monday night. After Mondays are always usually the longest day if you work up Monday through Friday schedule or Monday through Thursday schedule or whatever. Just Mondays in general are just always seem to be the longest days. The longest days of the year, or longest days of the week. And I just don't like how they have it like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And it's not fair. It's not right for the working class. And usually I know I'm going on a tangent here, but that's a random channel, so I can. And the thing is, it's not fair to people who even or you're gonna find the time on a Monday night. Monday night, seriously? I mean, it'd be better on a Saturday night or even a Sunday night. But a Monday night, that's terrible. Because it's the first you're coming back from and I can speak about this because, well, first of all, I can because it's a YouTube video and it's within reason, so I can speak about it. But that's just a side point. I wish they would make the national championship game. Not that last year's national championship game would have been a game to watch. I mean, but if you're a football fan, then it would just been fun to watch anyway. And I really wish and of course it's all about the money, but I don't know how it could be about the money when really on a Saturday night you would get more ratings, or a Sunday night would be good. Why don't they just do the Super Bowl schedule, like 5, 6 o'clock in the evening? That way it's done by the time you can, do your thing before you go back to work the following day. So, sorry, not sorry for going over that. Again, this is a Random Green channel. It's a random channel. And another disclaimer, this is not what I do all the time. I do different genres, so I do mostly video games. But I'll get into it. Kirby Smart, good coach, gets the players motivated, good athletes at Georgia. So yeah, let's talk about their schedule. Now, they probably made this schedule in advance, maybe up to 5 years, who knows, maybe even longer, where they would play these non-conference schedule. But first of all, the non-conference schedule is pathetic. UT Martin, Ball State, and UAB. And it's not even good conference teams they have. I don't think UT Martin, I think there might be like a decent team in 1AA. I mean, in their conference, there might be okay in their conference, but it's just pathetic, their non-conference schedule. So they open up with UT Martin. I'm not going to say they're going to lose, so they'll win against UT Martin. Ball State, hey, that might be a close game. You never know. You play as good as your competition sometimes, like they did against, was it Kent State last year? They only won 39-20 or something, 39-22 or something like that, anyway, they won. So something like that will happen against Ball State. South Carolina, they should win. UAB, I could have sworn they played them, was it in 21 they played them? And they beat them 56-7. I could be wrong about that. So they'll go 4-0 at this point. The closest game I would say South Carolina is, and but that'll probably be 2 or 3 touchdowns. Then at Auburn. Auburn has Hugh Freeze as their new coach. And Michigan State quarterback transfer. I don't know if he's going to start or play, but that's my team, Michigan State. They'll probably crush Auburn 5-0. Kentucky 6-0. They only played them. They played them. Kentucky played Georgia last year tough, but it was just. I think it was more of the score. Look at the score, and it wasn't indicative of how the game was actually played. It was 16-6, I believe, but it wasn't like the score wasn't an indicative of how the game actually went. I think, as far as I remember. So yes, 5-0 at this point, or 6-0. And then they play at Vanderbilt, a team they've beaten like 127-0, 117-0. Like they beat them 62-0, 55-0 the last few years. 44-0 against Vanderbilt. They'll crush them again. It probably won't be that score, but undefeated. Then played Florida. They'll beat Florida at this point. The Missouri at home. I think it was last year was actually pretty good. It was like a 26-21 game or something, or 26-21, 22 game, 26-20, something like that. It was like a 5-point win or a 3-point win, 4-point win. And then they play home against Ole Miss. Ole Miss, good offensive program with their coach. So they should win against Ole Miss. I'm drawing a blank with their head coach, Lane Kiffin. That's it. And then they play at Tennessee. This is where I think Tennessee is going to get a win. Tennessee is going to win that game, and that's going to be Georgia's first loss. Prediction, anyway. Then they play at Georgia Tech. They should stop Georgia Tech. But I very well can see them going 11-1 and then getting the SEC championship game. Although, what happened to Alabama what happened to a couple of teams that didn't win their conference, they snuck in there. And Tennessee will be one of those who will have 1 or 2 losses, and they'll lose to Alabama in the SEC championship game. Just saying, it could happen. And then Georgia only losing by a overtime game, maybe a fluke game against Tennessee where they should have won, and they'll get in the playoff that way. I could very well see Tennessee be in the SEC East if that went against Georgia, and they suffer a really close game against Alabama. So you can't put a 2-loss Tennessee team in the playoff versus a 1-loss team. I'm just saying that's very well could happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen again. This is free. It's not like I'm getting paid millions to report this or go over my opinions about it. So that is it. Thank you very much for watching this video.